Ladies and gentlemen, wonderful good morning to all of you that just joined now, have been here all the time, or dropped by. We are playing now Black River versus the Uber bosses with Bloodwave and all the shenanigans it has to offer. And it should truly be one hell of a fantastic experience. I can't wait to min-max this today even more. And we'll just gotta dig into the Paragon board too, because... Oh, there. This is the damage we're talking about. This is what I wanted to see. See, like, one... There was a 3.5 million damage, but that 3.5 million damage was just the Shadow Blight key passive multiplying up. Ah, beautiful. Damage over time build. just pooping on the ground. Can't the chest show once I got enough tides? Sorry, what? Oh, can't the chest show once you get enough shards? Yes, I'm with you. That would be great. Get enough shards and then be happy. Minimum 5 chests per tail type? Nah, Neil. I usually do like 2 chests. I just can't be asked to do more. Hell tides are fun, right? I like hell tides, but to a level. By the way, Spicy Meat, thank you for the 380 BD titties. Do we use the glyphs on mobile guide or YouTube video? In the YouTube video, Spicy. I mean, Spicy, if the mobile guide or the YouTube video, if these links differ, it's mostly explained in the video why they differ. You know? Thank you for the 300 bits. I'll use the one from the video. Because they're always the ones that I made in that moment. Unless in the video there's also like an update node that tells you what's different, why it's different. These things like so many levels. Well, we'll definitely have to do a day where we now go over all the builds to kind of just like double check what changed. Oh god, he's dead. He's dead. Just the blow. I could just do the Bloodwave and go AFK. We could just literally do the Bloodwave and then just turn around. Right. That's it. I want to kill a Varshan. Let's see how far we can go with one Bloodwave and AFK. You guys finally get a shield from Zir. Congratulations. You get so many builds, I don't know which one to pick. Well, it's very simple. You pick the one you like the most. I mean, I make so many builds for the reason that you got Black River, play Black River. You got Litless Wall, play Litless Wall. You got the Bloodless Scream. You can play the Bloodless Scream build. Everything is possible and just waiting for you, right? Nothing is out of reach. That's why I like to provide a plethora of builds. Okay, I'll do Bloodwave and then I'll just go Blood Mist and AFK. Let's see how much damage that is. Because technically this keeps like producing its own corpses, right? So I don't have to do anything. Cool. Oh, I got a Ring of Sacrilegious Swords. Not the role you're looking for, but hey. Whelp, right? Whelp. Why does it say 26% on the melon drop? Hasn't the time to get that passed? Well, maybe you didn't get it, and that's why it still shows you the percentage to the drop. When I didn't get a single drop, Chan. I hate to tell you this, but I literally did not get a single drop. Which one is Heathen's Keep? This one an annoying one. Still no luck for Litless Wall. I'm sorry, Simic. Sorry, mate. I hope you get it soon. Feel like absolute shrubbery robbery if you're not getting it. Bloodless Wall is truly something you would like to have. Oh, it's travel to the inner sanctum. Hee poop wave. So this is now a tier 100 dungeon to just show you what the build does, right? Ah, beautiful. Next poop wave. Curse him. What wave in? I'm sorry for calling it a poop wave, chat, but we're the poop mancer at this point. It just looks like it. What wave is, it's just like you can't even see how much damage it is because everything just dies. We gotta go with the Godslayer crown again, like to the dummies, just to see how much passive damage we're rolling out. Because like things don't even give us the time we need to really see how much damage you can actually ramp up with this build, right? Because stuff just dies too fast. Oh, there's a goblin. That means there's a butcher in here. We all know that's true. We all know that's how it works, right? I feel like Blood Wave is just such a absolute aesthetically pleasing skill. Anyone else disagree? It just looks so cool to just summon forth this wave of just yeet it at your opponent. Oh wow, you did it to me. You rude mother trucker. For some reason, I always manage to get like once hit in the face by him. Hey, by the way, chat, look where it teleported me back. This is where I was, and this is where I am now. Why is that? Well, that's because Blizzard. Chat. Now, you could say it's because we didn't kill everything on the way there, but even if that would be a remote reason, it's not a reason why this is happening. Don't die for it. It's just his weird, what is it called again? When he goes like for these shadow balls and you eat like all four at the same time. That's like the only thing that actually kills me on that guy. No butcher. No. There could still be a butcher around somewhere. I mean, like he might just not be on the route we have taken. When do you think you'll post the Bloodwave Freeze build? Oh, we already did. I mean, we just posted the video with the Black River build in it and the Bloodwave Freeze build in it. Oh, wow. Really? Why do you kill me? I was totally not expecting to take the damage. I mean, you notice how nonchalantly I just walked through that. Oops. Oops. I'm sorry, Chan. I did not mean to die there. I was just like, this is definitely going to work once I just don't pay attention. So the Bloodwave Freeze build is already uploaded too. The difference to the Bloodwave Freeze build to this is you're playing Bloodless Scream instead of Black River. And you're not playing Ixfeld. You're going to play a different ring for that. Now, you could say that this build is the stronger version. But on the other hand, it's also less staggering. And the Bloodless Scream allows you to do higher base damage hits. But Ixfeld is quite nice and works also plenty good for this build in general. Let me just walk through here, I guess. So it's more like a choose your poison than this is the stronger build. You know, gotta like really see which do you prefer? What do you want to go for? Here, let me just quickly kill these. Maybe it will make me spawn there for no reason. Butcher left the dungeon. He knew he was going to get mauled. Makes total sense to me. See, do you hear this lightning? This push, push, push. That's when oh yeah, look at that. That's when the ring hits. Oops, that Heathen's Keeps was only a 96 dungeon. Sorry, chat, I scammed you. I said this was a tier 100, right? I lied to you. It was only a 96 dungeon. I accidentally didn't open a tier 100. No. Scam Chan. Forbidden City, Death Pulse. Yeah, sure. What could possibly go wrong? Monster Regin. Did not get anything useful yet with my 71 Necro, except of the Sacrilegious. Sacrilegious Ring is insane. I mean, what means anything useful? You get the Sacrilegious Ring. That's perfect. Now you're gonna... Bone Spear is still way better than any build compared to damage output. Well, Spyrus, that's very simple, because Bone Spear is meant to be maximum damage. So comparing Bone Spear damage-wise to anything else, it just makes no sense. And as you say, Bone Spear feels kind of weird survival-wise and glass cannon-y. Well, that's because it is. But yeah, as you say, like, I mean, Bone Spear is meant to be the damage build. If you just want to see high damage numbers, go for Bone Spear. That being said, Bloodlance can also see high damage numbers. I mean, end of the day, you should play that what you think is fun. But, like, only damage is also not the metric to look for, right? Because with only damage, you're always prone to random deathies, which can be very annoying. I mean, especially when you're playing Death Pulse. But that's why I, like, prefer Tempest Storm, for example, because with Tempest Storm, I can just run through any dungeon without looking left, right, and center. I am so going to die to Death Pulse. So I can run through any dungeon without... Oh, God, I told you. Without looking through any dangers and just have, like, 20,000 berry up the whole time. That makes me unkillable, essentially. Because what do I care about doing, like, 20 million damage with each hit when I could, on the other hand, just not die ever at all remotely? But I think Bone Spear is still the best for absolute no-brainer boss kills, because if you just want to kill Lilith, right, if you just want to get that challenge done, just make a Bone Spear build and get it killed, because it's just that no-brainer, right? Any chance to team kill Lilith? Not with this build. With this build, I can kill her alone, I assume. But I wouldn't do this as a team kill. I would, for a team kill, I would probably go for the blood build that is essentially meant to kill Lilith. Like, I have one blood build that is just, like, absolutely meant to kill Lilith. And that one is just so good at doing Lilith, because it's just perfectly made for it, essentially. Where these builds are designed as like a dungeon zoom hybrid, right? Like, so this is like boss damage plus dungeon dungeon zooming. And they're not meant as like exclusive Lilith builds, and it helps to like really have a build that is meant to do Lilith, right? When you're attempting to do Lilith. Because why would I, for example, care about Barrier when I do Lilith, you know? Why would I care about damage reduction when I do Lilith? Why would I, like, technically, you could have a whole set of items to just kill Lilith. And that's why I'm also hoping for, like, even more Uber bosses. Because right now, the only boss where you need a complete set of items for is Lilith, right? You could go for the perfect Lilith kill build that has a chest for maximum ultimate damage, that has like darkness skill damage on every item, that essentially doesn't have any piece of damage reduction going on, because we all know damage reduction versus Lilith is useless. Oops. She doesn't actually do any kind of damage. She doesn't do anything to like stop you from yeah, she doesn't try to kill you damage wise, apart from her one-hit mechanics, obviously, but her one-hit mechanics are silly anyways. And no defense helps you against them, right? You're gonna die no matter what. That's why they're called one-hit mechanics. What are you doing back here, Mr. Vampire Man? Oh god, I hate Death Pulse. Why do I keep going back into Death Pulse dungeons? Blood Surge is for high density. I struggle with bosses. I mean, Blood Surge doesn't struggle with bosses once you get the right equipment, especially when you have T-Bolt's Will. That's where the fun begins. But yes, Blood Surge is natively good at... Oh god, Death Bolts. Blood Surge is natively good at just going through tons of minions, just hordes of mobs, right? Just simply because that's what it does. That's why I also want to reskill. I want a different build page, right? You got Tempest Storm and you're having issues on the second phase. Do you have the Tempest Storm build with X-Felds? Because with X-Felds, her second phase is a joke. But Lilith second phase, as long as you're not skipping everything, is meant to be a challenge, right? You just have to dash the little fireballs. But once you finally understand how to dash the fireballs, things are looking so good. Resurrected Malice. Do 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 do. Resurrected Malice. Bum, 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 bum. Look at how the blood wave just chunks it down. Chunky wave, chunky wave. Doo doo doo. It's absolutely destroyed. So we definitely have to try Lilith with this build today. I'm actually not sure. Like, I know we can beat her with this, but I'm not sure if we can make it easy, you know? So when I play against Lilith, I don't just simply want to beat her. I want to also find these builds that can do her without an issue, if that makes sense. Like, I want these builds where you can skip the faces and that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm mostly then looking for. Goes away. T-Bolts is love. T-Bolts is life. I mean, come on, there's no question. T-Bolts is just the coolest shit in the world. You getting one-hit wave issues. I mean, if you get hit by the one-hit waves, you get hit by the one-hit waves, right? That's just like Uber Lilith, end of the day, no matter what build you have. You gotta like... You gotta learn, right? You gotta actually learn like how Lilith works. I mean, this is like the mystery that so many builds created that... Oh, they do poison damage. Ouch. That you could like survive through so much stuff, but realistically, only because some builds can completely obliterate her, she's still hard, right? She still has mechanics. Just that most Uber Lilith build like Barbarian, they just never see these mechanics in action, which is kind of sad, like, right? Uber Lilith was created to be this challenge, and now we're at the point where every build kind of just makes this challenge not exist anymore, because everything just skips over the actual challenging part, like the part where you have to understand how do Lilith mechanics work, and then how do you counter Lilith mechanics, and every build kind of skips over those parts now. So no one has to actually learn her anymore. Everyone is just like, oh yeah, I have this build that does 1 billion damage. Oh, and they nerfed her. Don't forget, Uber Lilith is actually not as hard as she used to be. They nerfed her because she had too much HP. Now she's even easier than she's ever been before. Oh god, Jesus, I didn't mean to die there. Sometimes I'm being a little bit greedy. With sometimes I mean always. Wait, like with sometimes I literally mean always and never sometimes. People don't want challenges. Oops, they want big numbers in shiny loot. Neil, that's your fault. I read your message. So the thing is that there isn't even a shiny loot from Lilith, right? There isn't even shiny loot from her. It's like the sad part. Like you find these builds that murder mommy very efficiently. But I guess like if Lilith had Uber loot, that would not be good for the game, right? Because if Lilith had now Uber loot, you could just farm her too easy. I mean, like, right, you can make a build that kills her in 20 seconds. This resistance breakers, yeah. Okay, monster bleeding damage and resistance breakers. on a dungeon that does poison damage. And I'm wondering why I die, chat. And I'm wondering why I die. Yeah, like, nice combination. You every now and then you should probably check this, but I just refuse. Honestly, I refuse to be bothered by this, right? I refuse to actually pay attention. Nah. We won't get our fun denied by that kind of stuff. We're zooming and we'll just keep zooming. I mean, only that I have to spam potions in this regard. That's where the more secure build would be better, right? If you would be going for Tempest Storm on this affixes, it wouldn't be like a single issue. He's dead. Nah, that was a very efficient poop wave, Chan. Right? Me out. Boop. Oh, that's a lot. But I'm busy. Done. There's something extremely satisfying about this build. Because you essentially just jump through the dungeon and then you just poop one wave after the other. And it just feels very good. By the way, I'm leveling the wrong runes. I'm like, why is no one saying anything, Chan? Off you. Why is no one stopping me? Desecrated Ground plus Black River or Sacrilegious Soul plus Little Storm? What do you prefer? I think the Littlest Wall is just safer to play. I mean, as you notice, I'm just playing this here extremely fast and I die every now and then. But simply because I'm just rushing headlessly like a maniac. I just activated the dungeon, right? Why don't I see the dungeon? I'm rushing headless like a maniac. No respect. Did I even open the dungeon? I opened it. Where is it? It says here. It's in. What the? How am I this blind? All the way. Oh my goodness, it's all the way up here, right? I feel, oh my goodness, I feel so bad. Oxinus, thank you so much. Kisses. Holy Christ. How's the Nachwuchs doing, Shulin? My children are doing fine, thanks for asking. I mean, they're giving mom a run for her money. They're making her go crazy. But apart from that, like, you know, they're growing like weeds. And getting smarter every day. The things you like to see. For some reason, they can't wait until they grow up and can go to school. And we always tell them to kindly calm down. It's okay that they're small. You know? Also, my 3-year-old wants to marry a boy in her school, in her kindergarten. And Ella, my 4-year-old, wants to marry her best friend, female. She says she knows she has to marry a boy. Why ever she thinks she has to marry a boy, but she would rather prefer to marry her girlfriend. that was her words. Why ever they're thinking about this, you know? I like this dungeon. Oh, this dungeon is a good one because you can like really fast like zoom through it. Especially because it's like, it's just a double endpoint dungeon without anything to do. So you essentially just have to go space X and then you have to go space X again. Right? A weapon is broken. No, weapon is actually not broken. Weapon is just scratched. I mean, this is the orange in case you're colorblind, because I've noticed that a lot of people don't notice this because of color blindness. This is my weapon is not broken. Oh, no, 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 no. My weapon is merely scratch-a-doodled. When it's orange, it's good. When it's red, it's bad. Oh, they're getting so destroyed. I had this build already strong, but for some reason I managed to make it even stronger. And this has me actually like in shambles because I knew how powerful this build was before, right? And then somehow I somehow managed to make it even better than it already was. And I was already incredibly happy with what I got put down, but you just notice how we're just like how nothing is an actual challenge in terms of like us putting enough damage out to get things destroyed. Because we're just zooming over everything. I mean, I can just put my wave down here, right? And then I can just leave the room and everything will die. There's no reason for me to be anywhere close. So enter room, poop, go away. Done. Business as usual. Wait, is that it? 3 belts and then we get the dungeon? Wait, really? Oh wow, that was boring. That was boring and simple. Okay, we need to get the mage glyph leveled up. That's what we wanted to do the whole time, right? I'm figuring there was something that with new item powers. Yes, I've been waiting so long for this to work. Kids really do say the darnest things. I mean, kids don't say the things that people post on Twitter, right? When some weird Christian account posts again, last night my daughter says God is real, and she's very happy that he's there, and like be more kind to each other. Not while I'm in town. My daughter was 1.5, by the way. She can already talk. So these are the things that your children don't say, but that they want to marry marry their girlfriend instead of a boy. That's completely normal. Because why would a child not want to marry their best friend? I can totally understand. You know? And I married my best friend too, right? That is a girl. But could have been a boy as well. Who knows? I use left click to move plus kill. It would be okay to use different key. So what I have separated move and where is it? Controls. There you go. You can separate combine move, interact, and basic skills. So I have my core skill, right click, basic skill on 5. And then I have move on left click essentially. Okay, so move and interact is my left click. And then on 5 is my blood mist. And then right click is my blight, for example. And this works so good for Necro because I don't use any basic skills, right? What makes you glow purple? Because I'm so awesome ready. I could also be under gameplay highlights purple. Diarrhea Destroyer of Dungeons. That's the official name now. I mean, look, this is the blood wave, chat. That's it. Just the blood wave, right? And my auto corpse explosions. And everything is dead. Business concluded. Done. If you want, you can throw some blights in, but you literally don't need to. Blood wave in that direction. Make sure that everything just dies. Pull everything together. Make some bonus corpses. Just make sure everything really dies so I don't have to backtrack this shit. It's like the worst part about this dungeon, right? That the spiders explode and then you're kind of like forced to backtrack the whole shebang. Disgusting. Poop wave. Don't walk into this or you'll die. And blood wave. It's like also these dungeons that are like made in this linear design, right? Small corridors that are going down are just perfectly made for this build because what's my blood mist do, right? My blood mist just goes down this corridor and essentially just swipes down the whole corridor, left, right, and center. It's just perfectly made for this scenario. Pull everything together. I'm not gonna want to use the blood wave right now. I'm just gonna do some corpse explosions. Then I want to use the blood wave against Sovid the Virulent. Get shit on. I never thought about it, chat, but get shit on, right? It couldn't be truer. Urban Lord, no more Bone Storm Litless Wall. This is just another optional build, sir, that you could or could not indulge in if you wish to. It's not the instead option. It is not the should you stop playing what you're playing right now angle. It's the if you ever get bored of Bone Storm and you would like to play another something, you know, you would like to enjoy another angle to Necromancer. How about Desecration? Because it's new, right? So we get a brand new glyph, and everyone seems to ignore that we have a brand new glyph because everyone was just like, oh yeah, this, you know, the patch brought so many things, but now we get to see what of the old stuff is good, what of the builds we already know is good. But why can't we make new builds, right? Because that's the thing. We can finally make a build that has never been there before. Like this build without the glyph would just not feel good because the blood wave would just not be powerful enough. But due to having the desecrated ground glyph now, the build does feel powerful. Look at what just happened to these elites. I mean, these are tier 100 elites, right? That just gets shown the limit of their mortality. Which is me. I'm limiting their mortality quite heavily. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. It's bad, like to dive in there without a blood mist. You know, so it's not in general bad. Just bad to just go in there without a blood mist. That's bad. And done. Cool. Do we want to even kill him? Do we want to even bother? Poop wave. Yeah, we want to. Yes, we want to bother. Why I keep leveling that? I wanted to level the mage glyph. Okay, mage glyph is 15. Perfection. Now I need abyssal also 15. Yikes. And we're good. And we need to also test Lilith today to see if we can do it actually. So thank you, Biobo, for the 6 days, 8 centuries as work. Clonix, thank you for the 5 months of support. Clonix and Biobo, good to see you there. So what do we think, guys? From a prediction central, from a prediction fiesta, there's the yeah, we need to do this first. Sorry. Then we'll go for it. Clonix, good to see you there. Biobo, also welcome. Also, chat, don't forget to see if your Prime Gaming subscription is available. Spend it somewhere on Twitch. Thank you very much. And also, don't forget to like, and subscribe on the YouTube. Dankeschön. If you have any questions, don't hesitate asking. I mean, that's why we're doing these live streams, right? To give you all the information you need about whatever you're looking for. I'm not ready yet. You know, on the not shield department, this might definitely be weaker than Tempest Storm, but I wouldn't generally say that it's much slower in pushing through dungeons. I'm not sure what it is, but this can like, despite not having the storm keep you alive, right? You're still kind of in the position where you can just zoom through everything with no respect. To remove Lilith and put decay for Lilith, yes, you can do that. But on the other hand, I've killed Lilith now multiple times with Lilith on. And the thing is, when you're fighting against her, the amount of bonus storms you can make is quite nice. The thing is, you might keep Lidless in phase 1, and then for phase 2, you quickly put on Decay. Because realistically, in phase 2, the amount of bonus storms you can make is extremely limited due to no blood orbs. The blood orbs actually allow for a lot of cool bonus bone storms. So yeah, so a little bit choose your poison there, what you would like to do with a shadow build. Looking for 1/6 corpse explosion. I mean, yeah, the corpse explosion ring you want as low as possible. There's like there's no argument about that. Should I start tier 3 as soon as dinging level 50? No, you should be starting it at level 45 latest. Yes, level 45 latest is when you're actually going to that world tier. Why is that? Because with 45 you can start wearing sacred gear. And that's also where you're then like just want to be straight up in that world tier. Same goes for world tier 4. With level 60 is the latest you want to be in that world tier. Unquestionable. If you're able to do it, as always, like that's the question. If you're not able to do it, if your class doesn't allow it, if your build doesn't allow it, then well, bad luck, Brian. But these are the levels you would be aiming for. You know, Mr. Lightning Ball Sork thingy, it's nice that you're there trying to kill that dude, but you have to understand how the event works, right? You stopped asking a question because you have no clue what's going on, but we like questions, sir. Never feel bad about asking questions. You know, I could ask you a question too, like what's the rest of your weekend planned, you know? Anything fancy going on? You're gonna cook some meat? You're gonna have some barbecue? You're gonna play some games? Anything you're looking forward in games? Because I am desperately looking forward to games, Chan. I mean, I like Diablo, don't get me wrong, but we're still waiting another 20 days, Chan. We're waiting 25 days for the new content. That means, yeah, that's sad, okay? Like we gotta wait 25 days until the Abattoir of Zir comes, and I'm not gonna play Diablo for another 25 days until then, because there's nothing to do for 25 days, right? So we'll be having to look for 1 or 2 other games. I mean, again, I could play the Modern Warfare 3 campaign if I want to, but honestly, after hearing the reviews of how bad it is, I'm not really enthused to actually even try, right? So what should we gonna do? I mean, we're waiting for the Lies of P patch as well. So Lies of P is going to have the next update. And I wanted to make some videos on that as well, if it's good. We could go back to... We need to do the Elden Ring Platinum Trophy again. Yes. We actually do need to do the Elden Ring Platinum Trophy again. Speed run. Why is that? Well, very simple. I made a mistake, chat, and I might have deleted all my Platinum Trophy files. Yeah. I might have accidentally deleted all my Platinum Trophy files, so yikes. That means we're definitely going to be doing an Elden Ring Platinum Trophy run where we just get that done. Because I also wanted to do a video about it, like how to get the Platinum Trophy essentially. That's essentially going to be that. Okay, I need to find the last cinders now in the next X minutes. By the way, how we're feeling about the world clearing speed with this, Chan? So the overworld clearing speed. I actually kind of like it because you just jump out, you just put Blood Wave down, right? You just go in, Blood Mist in, pull everything together. The super corpse explosion just wrecks everything in left, right, and center even harder. And due to the cooldown of Blood Wave being so low, you just get it so many times. I don't know. Quite fun. Oh, there's the living steel chest is actually here. Huh. Who would have guessed? Boop. Well, if I manage to pick it up in the next 4 minutes, that would be legendary, but I kind of doubt it. Arc Ascendant on Tuesday. So I didn't understand what Arc Ascendant actually is. I know Arc is the Dino game, right? But what's Arc Ascendant? Is that like the Dino game plus now? Didn't just fully understand where that's going. Is it possible to swap Mist for Iron Maiden? No. You mean on Uber Lilith, you need the mist in too many situations, you know? So Mist for Iron Maiden is a cute thought, often for bonus damage also. But it's like you just don't need the bonus damage. I mean, if you're looking just for maximum damage output, I will say, yes, you could swap it. Just like to see how big your numbers are. But for tier 100 dungeon pushing, Blood Mist is just too convenient. Because, like, so the thing about Blood Mist right now is you can be in the Blood Mist. You can have the Blood Mist going on. And while you are in the Blood Mist and the Blood Mist is going on, right? Your Sacrilegious Heart is auto-exploding corpses. Which means that you're triggering Black River, you're triggering Corpse Tendrils, you're like everything, right? So you're getting damage while you're invulnerable. And you can't die. And there is nothing cooler than that. Okay, come on, chat. 3 minutes. Three minutes. Gonna be possible. Give me the rest of these things. Not 2 cinders. More. Need an event, anything. I don't want to go too far away from this. Come on, give it to me. 2 more. Ah! Thank you. Thank you. Out of the way. Why is this so important? Well, in 2 minutes, these zone flips, chat. Don't forget. I kind of feel like I need to make an updated video on Hell Tides again. Because so many people, again, forget the basics of Hell Tides, right? Like how they actually work and what you need to look out for. That you often need to make like an Oh, I did it in time. Whoa, haha. That you need to do an updated video on this. Did I not have enough space for living steel? Holy. Curtis, you don't know why the stream keeps buffering on your end? I mean, it should work flawlessly. On my end, everything is perfect. It depends on what device you're watching with. I don't know what device you're watching, what stream you're going on. Like, there might be a thing there. But shouldn't. Yeah, I mean, my output is perfect. There's no lags. There's no like nothing on my side. So if something is interrupting, it's like, yeah. No. Are you doing still runs on Duriel? Yes, we'll do runs on Duriels, but as always, it's a like bring one get one. So we'll do runs, but you essentially bring your own Duriel and I bring my Duriel, and then we meet up and we do Duriel together. That's essentially what's going on here. And right now I'm trying to get another 6 steel so I can do another Grig, and then I'll have 4 shards, and then we can do Duriel together. Okay, the stuttering was brutal. Well, I'm not sure why you're getting stuttering, but thank you for still giving it a try. I mean, it might be on YouTube's side because, again, on my side, everything is just going out. I'm not getting any messages that anything is stuttering. No encoding, no decoding, no nothing lag. So if something is happening, I don't even know why. Sometimes it's just that. Mysterious. Right? Mysterious. You're all just dying to my poop. The fun part, once you have this down, like, it doesn't matter what they're spawning now, right? It just dies. Like, I don't even have to do new corpse explosions. Right? one Black River explosion, everything just dies. Like, look, I just walk. I don't have to do anything. I mean, now I press the Blood Wave button once, so to kill the elites. I'm being a bully, right? I'm a bully. You got 8 shards of agony right now. Jesus. What are you doing, Chan? Everyone has always way more charts than me, and I'm the content creator. Like you must be living, breathing, and eating those hell tides. You know? I guess I'm too busy making YouTube thumbnails. If we're honest, like technically I'm playing only 3 to 5 hours per day. Which is not a lot, like for a content creator, right? I mean, most streamers, they stream longer than me, and they also don't make thumbnails on stream, so they actually play more. Like, considering the amount of play I actually do on stream, where we're definitely doing a lot of non-plays. What level do you recommend Duriel? Depends on your class and your build. I mean, technically you can do Duriel with level 80 already. Preferable 85 to 87 to just have your resistances maxed out. There is like Lightning Ball Sorks who have done Duriel with 75, 78. So yeah, there's no this is like when you should do Duriel. It's more like whatever makes sense. I need time to do that. And end of the day, if you have the mats and people to do it with, you essentially just have to go where Duriel is spawned, and people will level 100s. There's always at least 1 to 2 level 100s before Duriel. Okay? Always. And they're just waiting for their chance to get invited. What temerity with this build? I would miss Barrier from Storm. You're not overhealing. I mean, yes, you're overhealing by running through this, so technically temerity would work. But practically, you don't have a way to continuously replenish temerity, so it would only like work once on, once off. Surprisingly, though, you're not really lacking the barium. Like I've been doing this now in tier 100s a lot, Tim, and you just have to like you have the armor. So I have like 17,000 armor, which is more than enough to survive in any nightmare dungeon. Okay, just have 17,000 armor. The game needs auto pickup for cinders. Cinders should simply not drop. You should gain cinders for killing enemies. Like every enemy should just be worth X contribution points, and the more enemies you kill, the more contribution you have. Simple as it is. I mean, maybe the easier to kill enemies are half a cinder, and the harder to kill enemies are 1 cinder, or elites are like 5 cinders. But you should just get cinders for actually playing. You shouldn't be like getting them randomly from drops. Like just play, just kill things and get rewarded cinders, you know? I mean, make it 1, 2, 0.5, 1, and 2 or something like that. Like very simple, like nothing complicated. Physical damage versus shadow damage on blighted corpse explosion. Tooltip only increases physical damage. Ooh, no. What do you mean? Like the tooltip increases for bows for blighted too. I mean, you can even see how your percentages are going up quite nice, up to 253% right now. Also, fueled by death on the amulet is actually nice. That's not a bad choice. I prefer Gloom most of the time over Fueled by Death, but Fueled by Death is instantious, so it's actually not a bad thought. Come on, where's your one hit, Barbarian? Where's your one hit? Does the Necro now have to do it for you? Couple of millions, thank you very much. Okay, chat. Where's the next chest in here? You increase physical damage. Bloody corpse explosion tooltip damage does go up. If you increase shadow damage or shadow damage over time, tooltip damage does not increase. Ah, that's what you mean. Yeah, I wouldn't pay too much attention to the tooltip right here, because the tool, like, it's plenty bugged. For example, I have Bloodwave currently as Desecrated Bloodwave, right? But it actually doesn't show the Desecrated Bloodwave damage. So this is not the Desecrated Blood Wave damage. This is still the weird shadow damage it has, despite it actually being here saying that it does 45,000 damage over time, right? But if I have no bonuses running, it's not even showing 45,000 damage here. It's showing less damage. But technically, that's not the Blood Wave anymore. You know what I mean? So like, yeah. Blizzard is very bad at their tooltips, if I'm honest with you. It's horrible. So is Infinimus split gold with a new ring? Yes, insane. Frederick. Absolutely insane. I mean, we have a Litless Storm build, which is now doing millions of damage with Ixfeld's Corroded Signet and the new ring. So, give it a try. Okay, helltides.com. Where did the chest swap to? Top left corner. If not mats for one Duriel, we'll be getting this done here right now. This Helltide. Then we'll. Then we'll try Lilith once or twice just to see how well the build does. I mean, I like the first version of this build could already kill Lilith, but now I made this version even stronger. I'm just not sure how consistent we're gonna do damage because of the corpse production. Our biggest question will be phase 2. So how efficient are we in phase 2? How good are we gonna do in phase 2? And like, can we like essentially instantly overwhelm her defenses? Because our damage is a little bit ramping damage, right? One problem with Shadow is that, or problem, right? It's ramping damage that gets more, more and more. So sometimes like when she just starts in phase 2, your damage is just not as high as it would be with like straight up critting. Right? Gotta keep that in mind. Hello, bunch of cool barbarian dudes. How about you all die? Hehe. This event is definitely not worth it to do. And it's no wonder that no one is actually doing it. Because it like takes such a long time to kill all these guys, but also like to walk through and free all the dudes. Freeing the captives just takes time, and we don't even care about the captives, Chad. We just want the loot. We don't even have feelings for the captives. Give me all your cinders. Do 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 do. Poop. Oh god, he get bullied back into his tent. Poor little boss. We just pooped him back into his tent. He wanted to walk out, but it was like, you shall not pass. Tim, thank you very much for your subscription on the YouTube chat. Yeah, look at that. Loot is your subscription brother on Twitch now. You subscribed at the same time. So that's a new member and a new subscriber. The double troubles chat, the triple thruple. Welcome to each of their own communities. I mean, you're all together in this anyways. Howdy. Friend has 300 killed him less times. I mean, some people are just really lucky with all their uber uniques, everything this season. I mean, some content creators also have been grinding like crazy. I know some creators have killed Duriel over 1,000 times. I'm maybe, and I'm like, I didn't count, but I'm maybe at 100. And that's still like maybe. Right? At 100. Some have killed him thousands of times. Like literally, like, we're not even joking. Well, like I'm not trying to sound dramatic, right? When I say thousands, like I mean they have been added, chat. Added. It's just mirrored Necro DPS outside of seasons kind of underperforming. It's your build. It's your build, definitely. I mean, Infinimus Necro is insane in season, on season, off season, ever. Bone Storm as well. There is very good Blood Necro right now, also off season. Like actually quite insane Blood Necro off season. So it's definitely your build. I'm not sure what you're playing though. Tell me please. I mean, it can be many things. It could be like from your lacking understanding of damage buckets, from your Paragon board not being optimal whatsoever. But Necro is strong left, right, and center. That being said, also do not compare Necro to the other classes because Rogue has the highest single target DPS, right? Currently in this season, Barbarian is insane. I mean, someone just said like, this build looks great, but DPS is pretty weak compared to Barbarian. Like, I am sorry that I am not doing 400 billion damage. You're shadow-based fully blight. Well, now comes the question though. Are you maxing damage over time? Because you need to max damage over time and crit if you're fully blight, shadow blight. You need to also max intelligence. You need to use the right Paragon glyphs and everything. You know, are you using blighted aspect? Are you using the aspect of decay, grasping veins? All these kind of things. Are you playing Lilith's Wall? Are you going to go for the you know, the barrier? Do you have the sacrilege's ring? Yeah. So many things to think about. For just Shaco? No. I mean, people killed Uber Duriel over 1,000 times, content creators for every single Uber unique. You know? It's not for just Shaco. I mean, Shaco is the least interesting one. Like you have to understand that for a content creator, Shaco is the absolute least interesting Uber unique in existence because it doesn't do anything. So Shaco is just a flat increase of your build. Okay, Shaco just gives you more damage. Shaco just makes you more tanky. Shaco gives you better cooldowns. Blah. That's it. But for example, if you have Grandfather, Grandfather gives you like the chance to do like billions of crit damage, right? So like you can make a very fancy build that does more damage than it ever should reasonably do. The Ring of Starless Skies allows you to build a machine gun Bloodlands build that essentially is unable to run out of essence, that could have infinite essence going on. Doombringer, which is the one-handed sword, also kind of allows you to get like 41% bonus life, which gives you more life than ever is physically possible in any other way. Which then also allows you again to make like a very interesting overpower build where you can then use another 10,000 life that you would never have. Yeah, so like you might understand how Shaco is actually boring compared to that, or useless compared to that, because it just doesn't do anything in that regard. Shaco doesn't do these kind of things, right? So what is Shaco, by the way, in case you don't know this, guys? We're talking about the Harlequin Crest, the helmet that gives you +4 to all ranks. Now, +4 to all ranks is great, right? +4 to Corpse Explosion, Tendrils, Blight, whatsoever. But realistically, again, that's just a flat, intriguing increase. But then about it, right? Nothing fancy going on, nothing to show off, no cool special mechanic like the Banished Lord's Talisman, for example, right? For my playtime as Barb, I also super slow dungeon clears compared to others. I mean, I've seen Barb jump through dungeons and essentially one-hit everything, which is nice. But I've also seen my Necro just walk through a dungeon without one-hitting everything, but absolutely unkillable. You know, I don't literally need to kill everything because I'm just walking through it and then just killing the boss, you know? The clearing speed equates to kind of the same. It's going to be very interesting to see once we are actually getting the leaderboards. Because, like, for the leaderboards, I'm not interested in competing against Barbarians, right? For the leaderboards, I'm going to be very intrigued to competing against my fellow Necros to kind of figure out which is the fastest Necro build that can do it, right? That's going to be nice. And then again, with the Necro build, there comes also individual playing skill, right? But that's going to be quite interesting for the Gauntlet. I mean, most people should care for clearing speed over big damage, but you all know how people are. So some people just want to see the big numbers and be like, have you seen my big numbers? They're so cool. And I can understand it. I mean, hell, you're playing an action RPG. You just want your character to go boom, boom, a-loom, and then just go crazy. Ghostwalker aspect is really prevalent, seems waste to me. Ghostwalker aspect is a 100% waste. That being said, The reason for Ghostwalker is for people that literally just want to zoom through dungeons, only do the objectives, and then kill the boss. For me, for example, I can't get rid of Flicker Step because Flicker Step gives me plus 80% ultimate skill damage. And since in a lot of builds, my ultimate skill damage is main damage or big key part of my damage, I cannot let go of it. I mean, for this build here right now, where I have so many multipliers happening on my ultimate skill, essentially getting another plus 80% is just too good. I'm getting leveled my Barb and I'm using double swing instead of Hota. And I guess I wouldn't use Hota because I like so far what I've seen from Hota, it just looks boring. I mean, one hit killing everything is fine, I guess, but it gets dull. Like I do enjoy, for example, my mechanic here with the blood wave of having the sneaky trickery of turning it into a poop wave, and then with all the little multipliers and everything you're going for, achieving things that shouldn't be possible. That's what I enjoy. The twist, the turn, the trick that you bring down into your build. If I don't have Sacrilegious Soul, is best not to play the builds that require it? No, the builds never require it. The builds just get stronger with it. You do not understand. So, for example, in this build, you can play completely without Sacrilegious Soul. But what Sacrilegious Soul does is that while I'm standing here and blighting, for example, so I'm standing here and shooting not blind, right? My Sacrilegious Soul already explodes corpses. So it's like I'm getting double damage. You would only get single damage, but you would still do damage. So your build would still work. It would still be fun. And like it would just be less efficient. Sacrilegious Soul just puts another layer of efficiency to all the Necro builds. But you could essentially also just cast the Corpse Explosion yourself. But why would you? You can be way faster with it. Do you have a link to your best Necro leveling build? I would take the Blood Surge build, if I'm honest with you, Jeremy. And in the Blood Surge build, I would use Iron Maiden instead of Decrepify, because Iron Maiden is the ultimate leveling curse, because you can just walk into packs of mobs and then just easy level. I definitely want to do like a video on I want to do a video on what if I would now like make a new account, what would I do for a Necro? So we'll come back to that as well. Like the most efficient Necro leveling build ever. The ultimate Necro leveling build. The Necro leveler. Please don't die, Pony, while I'm trying to investigate for the chest. The chest is right now here. What's your essence generator in this build? My essence generator is T-Bald's Will. So when I'm dashing, I get 50 essence. But I also do not use essence in this build. So what gotta be understood is that Blight is an option for bonus damage, but it's not like main damage. I could completely play this build without Blight. It just adds another layer of damage. And again, while I'm spamming Blight, my Corpse Explosion gets auto-spammed, and my Corpse Explosion also gets me essence, right? Okay, now I got another 6 steel. Then we can kill Grigor. After Greg, we'll go to get Mommy, and then we'll kill Daddy. Okay? That's the plan right now. We're going to do an update for Pure Summoner. I just recently posted a video on how my new Summoner build is going to be looking like. And I plan to get that new build out in... Probably going to live test it here on YouTube tomorrow. But today I really wanted to min-max the Black River build for you and get the most out of the Black River build, because it is truly an amazing build. And I finally found use for Black River, which makes me so happy, since I've mostly not used Black River. And finally we have use for it. So that turns Mr. Ponyhof into Mr. Happyhof. Mm-hmm. Here, this is what I meant about comments. This is what I meant about comments, chat. This gameplay is so slow. You need to see Barb and Rogue kill all the maps so far. So fast. Faced. By the way, he wrote faced with an E. Here, Chan. So, this gameplay is so slow. You need to see Barb and Rogue kill all the maps so faced. Dark Angel, White Wolf. Ooh. I guess I'm sorry for making necro builds that are not as fast as rogue builds. Because I'm a necro. What's wrong with people? God. Don't answer this. It's a trick question. I know what's wrong with people. The answer's everything. I'm not ready yet. What's wrong with people? Everything. I know the answer. Oh, that is coming in 7 minutes. Okay, I guess we have to do the world boss. Be cocky to say no to the world boss. People are what's wrong with people. Yeah, that's true. People are what's wrong with people. Or he's a college kid. It doesn't matter how old you are or something, my friend. There's never an excuse for being weird in the internet, especially not in our day and age. I mean, like you know, back in the time when the internet was still new and we all didn't grow up with the internet, you could say, you know what, it's okay. They're probably young. They don't know better. It's kind of different. Children actually grow up extremely early with the internet nowadays. They get in contact extremely early with the internet. So they should actually learn base internet behavior very early on. Which they obviously don't because they don't have anyone to properly teach them. But, you know, there's no excuse for horrible internet behavior. There's never been, to be honest. Yeah, the world boss gets one-shotted anyways. It's actually boring, world bosses right now. I'm totally with you. It's kind of like, it's just saddening how quick they die. I invested heavily in corpse explosion and corpse skills by investing in fueled by death. I have 8 fueled by dice on 20C. Can't wait to put a desecrated damage multiplier. It's super fun, but the desecrated damage multiplier actually does not apply to corpse explosion. Delta Jones, important. Corpse explosion is not desecrated damage. Desecrated damage is only blood wave, blood mist if you have the aspect, and sever if you have the thing. Rule number 1 on the internet, everyone is a guy. Well, I generally just assume that everyone is a person. Person. And not an AI. No, but yes, I also do assume like just everyone is male. And then you're allowed to correct me. You're like, sir, I am in fact not a male. And that's like, okay, that's fine.
Greetings.
Pretty place. Good. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, we need to also start that one. YouTube jacked up, Twitch working fine? No, YouTube is also working fine. If it's not working fine, then you know, it's on YouTube today. YouTube is being weird. Mm-hmm. I'm not in the same world as you, Clonix. Where are you, Clonix? I want you to join me. What do we have? We have a Necro. We have an Assassin. We have Druids. You are a... Necro? That's a Barb. And that's a Barb. Correct? It might be that we actually get a boss fight. Are you going to play new classes in D4 besides Necro? So the thing is, I mean, I just this morning made another Necro build. I still have so many more Necro builds to make, so many more Necro ideas that pop in my mind that I have a hard time just going away from it, because I just keep having good ideas. So just keep having good things that are cropping up. I'm just simply not done yet with the Necro, despite having made so many different builds. And now I have to also make a video where I just wrap up all the builds and tell you which one is like the best version of all the builds, like which one is good for leveling, which one is good. Yeah, you know how it is. So, where's the world boss? Donde está la biblioteca? Poor guy. Just get zoomed. I really would like to play the cooldown reduction aspect too, right? On the ring. Because with Bloodwave making 9 orbs, it's always like, if you make 9 orbs and every orb reduces your cooldown by 9.5 seconds. There's just, like, with a 30-second cooldown, right? You just pick up all these orbs, you have a little decrepify going on, and it's just instant. Good. What's the best all-arounder? Blood Surge. Blood Surge. Robin. I mean, probably like X-Felds, Tempest, Necro, but that needs a lot of things. Like, if you're looking for the best build that you can build fast, is Blood Surge and Infinity Mist. These are incredible, easy to just get done. Like, it takes almost 0 effort to get an Infinity Mist together, because Infinity Mist is like here the aspect of decay, that blighted aspect. That's Infinity Mist. Then usually the aspect of decay can also be had, right? Then you have one of the utility aspects for it. You can get disobedience. You can get shielding storm, which is also there. You can get disobedience. So half of the aspects that you really need for this build, you can just get from there. Like, it's just no problem, right? To get that really quick together. Oh, I always like when you can just make a build with a Codex of Powers, like completely, because that also allows you to just experiment around a little bit. Because if you can make a build completely just with a Codex, oh god, why is he so fast? Oh, because he's not lagging. This is my first boss fight I have in a while where there's like no crazy lags happening. My damage over time effects are just doing millions currently. I really do love to see the damage over time effects just doing millions of damage in between. Oh, exquisite blood, Grand Cash. Okay, now let's kill Uber Lilith, ladies and gentlemen, or at least see how the build just performs in general versus Uber Lilith. Crusaders Cathedral.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Appreciate I that. That I appreciate. A barber in my game, he two-shot the world boss. It's boring, right? I wish there was an option to solo a world boss. Like when you queue in, could I just solo the world boss? Because what if you just want to try it? You know? What if you just really want to try it? It's kind of possible, yeah, but it's kind of possible, but not like secure. Okay, we're gonna pick up the lucky hit elixir, I think, for this. Now let's see how this would feel. Uber mommy, please come here. We definitely have the damage to do it, as you can see. Like, it's just the question about phase 2. Can we like skip phase 2 completely? Is it one of these? Oh, they just died to a couple million damage. Oop, shit. Almost made a doo-doo there. It's a really good when all your damage goes up. The problem is I don't have Blood Wave now for the start of the phase, right? So I'm gonna be missing out on big time damage, if I'm honest with you. This is also where I'm saying, like, this is like the biggest problem with the build, that she can always like summon definitely. Oh, that was a lot of damage. She can summon definitely the fireballs, right? And we as the Necro, we just have like a hard time dodging these. So, like, I guess it's just like one wave of fireballs we have to take. Usually you don't have to take the second wave because you just go through it. But yeah, damage-wise, this is possible. I'm loving it. I did actually not expect to deal damage to her. But she just falls. You know what? It would be great if you just walk in the middle again. Oh. I think we're skipping. Chat, we broke her. One of those tries where you break her. Dude. Even faster. Even faster. There's a full summon. Another full summon is going to come. Don't worry about this. 4 million. I mean, like, if you see millions of hits, that's usually the yeah, we can't just skip the. But I can do this, which will allow me to. Oh. Which will allow me to just put so much poop on her that my movement speed is higher. So yeah, but like we just really can't get past that one, right? Any thoughts about the Starlight aspect on blood builds? Oh, I have used the Starlight aspect. The problem is that overhealing doesn't work on the Starlight aspect. So as long as the Starlight aspect doesn't work with overhealing, it's kind of like useless on like many builds, and that's a little bit sad because you want it to actually work with overhealing. But yeah, as long as that doesn't work, it's sadly not as good as it could be. Oh no, I triggered that wave too early. No. Missed on all the damage. We could have just skipped the phase again. No, I am so mad. And she's dead again. That's so random. Like, why is this build killing her faster than all my apart from the blood build? Okay, so the only build that kills her faster is the blood build, but this is right now the fastest killing build I do actually have on when it comes down to phase 1. See, you notice how all my damage is like ramping damage, and we just take like 2-3 seconds to truly get our damage to the point where you want it to be, right? Now you're gonna go out of the blood and not die. And then you're gonna walk around and almost die to this again. And now we are actually in a very interesting, unique phase, because you kind of skip the there shouldn't be fireballs coming, because she's not going to summon new fireballs now, because we actually managed to get out of it, right? So there she goes. The only thing I would wish for is that we could skip the fireball phase completely, but I just don't see how that would be possible. What if I blood mist before? Wait, we need to try this again. What if I blood mist before, chat? Think about it. To just drop like a bunch of like blood, but before. Okay, so you're confused what's doing so much damage. Let me explain. First, it's Sacrilegious Soul triggering the whole time. But if Sacrilegious Soul triggers, my Corpse Explosion do 130% bonus damage. So all the multipliers I do anyways, okay? Then, Xfeld's Corroded Signet triggers all the time as well, because lucky hit. Then we're getting so fast the 180% multiplicative bonus damage because of the triple Blood Wave. Every Blood Wave is damage over time. Every Blood Wave triggers Shadowblight key passive. And if it's 10 times, it triggers. But due to these stacks of damage, plus also Shadowblight being another Shadowblight times over times damage, we're just overloading her so fast that this essentially triggers instantias, and we have the permanent 180% plus obviously the multiplier on this. And then as we're actually standing inside of the poop, we're getting more poop damage. I need to go out. Which aspect you would use on a full red chest and replace them with Soul Mark? I'm talking about Bloodless. Disobedience. Yeah, Disobedience. So, meanwhile, Barb legit one attacks both phases. Yeah, but congratulations for Barb. We're not Barb. We're Necro. We care about Necro. Okay, let's try again. And now in phase 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop Blood Mist. And we're essentially going to have her already spawn into a triple stack of Corpse Explosions, so that when we get the Blood Wave in, we instantly have the bonus damage. And then we might be able, if we're lucky, to skip. Let's see. Just trying to min-max the strategy versus her. Do this. Don't forget to dash. Why is the dash important? Because the dash is also instantly on all the damage you have on the ground, 40% bonus, right? So all the damage that's right now on the ground just goes 40% stronger due to a T-Bolt's will, right? Well, this try is going to be a little bit scuffed. Oh no, too fast. We killed her too fast. So again, we're not having the cooldown running. Okay, so this is coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Yes. 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 I knew it could work. So what did I do different? We made the... Yes. Yes, I knew it could work. Yes. 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 Done. Woo, ladies and gentlemen. I told you we can do it. Like, so I know how to drop the fireballs at this point, right? But a lot of people still don't know how to get past the fireballs. And this is why I'm trying to create builds that are still a challenge. You still have to understand how it works, but you can essentially go past the fireballs, right? Which aspect you'd use? So what does Death Speaker Pendant do? Death Speaker Pendant goes for blood waves on your minions too. Ladies and gentlemen, who is? Thank you for the 54 centuries of support. Who is very appreciated. Also, chat, if you did bring your other Prime subscriptions, don't forget to use it right now. Greetings to the YouTube gang as well. This worked out pretty good. X-Felt's Corroded saying is amazing. Okay, guys, we're doing Duriels right now, but it's bring one, take one. So bring your own Duriel. If you have Duriel, give me your Activision ID. If you have 2 Mucus Slick Axe and at least 2 Shards of Agony, give me your ID right now, and we can get you in, and you can do Duriel with us. And then we can do Duriel with you, vice versa. That's the plan. That's how we do this. Bring one, get one. So who wants to? Sephiroth, if you're on my list, you just join. Simple as it is. I mean, it's nice you're still politely posting before, so get in there. Also, Dim, I've used your current build with Shadow Wave with a 200. The damage is insane. Ultimate Storm on the weapon. Title on gloves. Oh, that is a good idea. Ultimate Storm on 200 weapon is also a really nice weapon to really nice damage, Tim. So we got Gamora in. We invited Nero as well. And Incognito. Mr. Pancake, it would be an honor and a pleasure to have you for Duriel. Friend request sent to Mr. Pancake. Oh, Fane, if you're faster than Pancake, I can get you in. Sorry, I'm teleporting right now. What's the best minion build on Necro? I just made a new one 2 days ago that you can check out. Also, Christy, thank you for the 41. Christy, I missed you in the chat. I hope you're doing very well and life has you not in its clutches. You can at least relax on the weekend. I don't know if you're actually relaxing on the weekend, chat. I mean, this is relaxing for me, you know, like this is the fun part. Some would say, Pony, you're working on a Sunday. That's crazy. But on the other hand, if I wasn't working on a Sunday, I would at least take 1 or 2 hours for gaming anyways, right? I would take another hour for gym. So that's like, oh, sorry, Incognito. We got Fane in before you. Next time, Pancake, we'll get you for first order of business. So like I would at least have like 3 to 4 hours. I would do probably some me time where my wife wants her time as well, right? So yeah, I mean, I could also work instead of just wasting time for just random me time, because this is also me time, correct? I mean, this is my work. And yes, it is work, no matter how people think about it. But at the same time, like as much as streaming is work, it's also my me time, you know? The time I like to, the time I like for myself, where I just like to earn money and play computer games and talk to people about gaming. Because am I going to talk to my wife about gaming? No. Am I going to talk to a bunch of nerds on the internet about gaming? Hell yeah, all day long. You build your own summoner, Corrado. Please do so. I mean, summoner is working in many ways, colors and shapes. So never feel like, you know, you can't build a summoner. It's just like getting to the point where it's super efficient. I mean, someone just asked me, could I use Sever with this build and also the summons? Technically, yes, you could use it. Technically, sure, you could make it work. It would just be beyond inefficient, right? It wouldn't just simply be good, but it would work. You know, look, 3 million, guys. Look at these 3 million, 3 million, 3 million. This is my damage over time, right? When I do my poop wave, look at the 1 million, 1 million, 3 million, 3 million. It's like all the 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million. So it's just like I might not do like an 8 million hit, right? But I do like 2 million hits in the next 5 seconds. And they go actually up to 4 to 5 million. So it can be that it's just like 3 million, 4 million, 5 million with the damage over time shenanigans. Just happening like that. This is where you might not see like your fancy big numbers, right? But the blood wave here, there's 3, 4, 5, 4. I just did 14 million damage with 1 blood wave. You know? I just did 14 million damage with 1 blood wave. It doesn't look spectacular because you don't see the big number. But that doesn't change the fact that the damage is there, right? It's Father's Day in Sweden. Well, the happy Father's Day. What are you doing on your me time, Dolmisa? What's your plan? Are you going slaying? Are you going moose riding? Are you going to wrestle an ice bear? I don't know what is me time in Sweden. What's like a common dad me time in Sweden? I guess in Germany you would drink beer and watch football. Hi, Germany. Yeah, it's damage over time, so it's way more than it looks. It's crazy because the blood wave itself does a couple million, and then the damage over time takes they just do so much damage, but it gets like swept under the rug. Right? Tina Belladonna, thank you very much for the Prime subscription and welcome as a brand new Squire of the Round Stable. Very much good to have you there. Very much good to have you there, Jesus. Very good to have you there. So let's see, guys. Pay close attention to the grayed out damage pieces, okay? That's the damage we're looking for. But that's also where I'm saying it's really hard for this build to actually witness how much damage it truly does, because you really don't get to the point to see the damage, because everything rather dies soon before the full rampening actually happens, right? So there's again here 1.8, 2.5, 2.5, 3 million, 3 million, 3.4, 4.5, 4 million, 5.6 million. just in the span of that, we just did like 25 million damage, right? And then it goes up again. 2, 2, 2. Like, it doesn't look fancy, but it gets the job done, ladies and gentlemen. Let's wait for Duriel to dash. Yeah, so I can poop wave on him. Okay, let's see the damage exploits here. Well, that was just a random 1 million trigger. Come on, poop wave, 2, 3 million, 3 million, 3 million, 2 million, 2 million. So as I was just trying to point out, build very good, build extremely damaging. And there's not really much to make it better. Yes, a Shaco would increase the damage even more. And that's about it, to be honest. That's the X-Felt. I could get a better X-Felt. And in terms of like what I'm looking for is maximum damage roll and maximum damage over time roll, because I have like a 21%, as you can see, but I also have a 41% maximum damage roll, which gives me the highest crit multipliers possible. Which one would you say is the higher damage? The Bloodwave Poop build you're running now, or the Lilith Wall? Honestly, Michael, I thought that the Lilith Wall build would be more damage, but I don't know if you just watched the Uber Lilith try. But we just literally shit on her. We just shit on her. Okay. Like, yeah. The other build is good, but it's just the amount of damage that Bloodwave can do is stupid. Now, again, for dungeon pushing, I would prefer the Bone Storm build, but that's simply because of the extra security layer, right? So the extra security layer just allows you to just not die, right? It's simply just not die. Whereas the Whereas this build is just way more fun for killing bosses, because on bosses I don't need this extra layer of security. For bosses I just want to like do fancy damage, right? And that's where this build is just so much fun to play, because you essentially I can just go all out, right? I can just do my blood wave. I can just watch my damage over time just ramp up like crazy. Don't even look for the X-Files procs. Just look for my damage over time. Like just like 6 million, 6.5 million, 5 million. So we 1 million, 1 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million. So we just did like, I don't know, like 30 X million just damage there just right now. 4 million, 4 million, 3 million. 300 Duriels, no Oculus, no Uber. You should have done Duriels with us, Neil. You would probably, like, if you do Duriels with me, you instantly get an Uber, Neil, because I don't get the Uber. Oh, I need to stand in my desecrated ground. I need a damage meter. Like, wouldn't it be easily possible to make a damage meter with some screen reading shenanigans? Oh, better Godslayer helmet. I don't want a Shaco. I'm looking for a better Godslayer helmet. Build-wise, those teams seem easy. Oh, yeah, these two are extremely easy interchangeable. Yes. They're like, these builds are essentially the same. You just have to change 2 glyphs, 2 items, and then you're there. But come on, Godslayer Crown Max roll. 42%. Come on now. Come on now. Like, seriously. Give me that higher roll. Okay, I got another Duriel. I don't know how many Duriels we have, lads, but I got another one. Let me just quickly clear my inventory. Nothing good coming here. Critical chance against lucky hit while you have barrier, dexterity. I need one that has real critical strike chance, a high roll. That would be so good. Max minion life, lucky barrier. I might want that because it's a max roll on minion life. Basic skill, vulnerable, overpower. No. I need a better wand. I'm still looking for wands actually. Critical strike damage, bone skills, ultimate skill damage, damage to shadow. Oh, that one is possible. Int, vulnerable, ultimate. It's a dagger. Need more ones. What is that? Int damage, nah. I need also new gloves, lucky hit chance, critical, nah. Hard to find better items. All that junk. All that junk. Reset the map for the lads. I'm new in Diablo. Where should I farm level 50 items? Level 50 items, you shouldn't farm any. Tells. Right now, if you need items, you go into Blood Harvest and you just open the coffins, and the coffins will just spew out equipment like crazy. I mean, seriously, Blood Harvest is blah, 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 blah. And equipment is just going to fly into you. Not even funny. Left, right, and center. What's a good build to farm bosses as a necro? This one. This one. Poopmancer. But also the Bloodlands build. In case you have missed out on the Litless Lands. It's one of the best builds I've made so far in existence. It is ultimate fun to play and ultimate strength on top of that. The Bloodlure event gives stupid amount of legendaries. Yes, for example. So that's what I would say. I just went for the most convoluted way to get to Duriel. It's quite disgusting how long I just took to get here. We probably answered this in the previous video. Is Black River subpar for the Bone Storm build? Yes, for the Bone Storm build, yes. Sorry, Michael. The problem is that I tried out Black River and I swapped out the shield. You just can't play Black River and the shield together. It's too many aspects and you're going to be lacking. Like if you play Black River and shield, you can't play X-Felt and Sacrilegious, and then you're going to lose out damage again. So the Black River is not going to like make up for what you lose from Sacrilegious, to be honest. You got 2 T-Bolts, 1 and Banished Lord's Talisman. I mean, at least 2 T-Bolts bolts, I guess. Right? 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 Right. Then am I shadow damage over time? There goes 2 million, 2 million, 3 million, 3 million, 4 million, 2 million, 5 million, 4 million, 5 million, 6 million, 5 million, 5 million, 4 million, 2 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. How much damage was that now, Chan? Can someone, you saw all the numbers, right? Can someone just wrap that together? I mean, there was no big hit, right? You didn't see that big 14 million hit, but just like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, you know, that was just the numbers I saw, like not even the crits and everything, just the random damage over time you're essentially doing. What's the origin when you start making builds? It's mostly that I just want to figure out if something works. Iron Hill. So what we did for this build is we had the Desecrated ground glyph. And I just wanted to know, how could you make the Desecrated ground glyph work? Because there's so much bonus damage. I got one more too. So there, and that's how the whole idea was spawned. Like, you know, I have the bonus damage, so how do I make it work? Just change to the sacrilegious litless lands. Sacrilegious litless lands is so much fun. Medieval. I'm also happy that we start calling it litless lands now because it sounds better. Sounds better. It's a good name. I know people like to pop the big numbers, chat, but honestly, I like the low numbers. They're just more fun. Is this better than Bloodless Scream? So the Bloodless Scream build does more bigger damage numbers. It is extremely efficient and very fun to play with the Frost. I think the Bloodless Scream might be a wee bit better at clearing dungeons because the Frost makes it safer. That being said, the Black River one definitely does more damage. Necro. So that's why I, in my last video, showed you both builds. You know, that's why I went over to both builds. So people would have the option to use both of these uniques. Because if you have the Bloodless Scream already, you can make this build with a Bloodless Scream, right? But if you then don't have Black River, you can play this until you have Black River and then add Black River to it. Okay, what do we have for damage again? Where's my millions? Where's my millions at, chat? 2 million, 2 million, 2 million. We need more. Where's my next blood wave? Stop running around out of my waves of poop. You can't do that. I'm trying to max my damage here, Daddy Duriel. I'm just running out of this. 2 million, 4 million, 4 million, 4 million, 4 million, 3 million, 3, 2, 3. Sorry for just mentoring the numbers so much, but I'm enjoying that. I'm gonna go on a Duriel with you. Well, right now we do the bring one, take one thingy, and that's when I invite a group of gamers, and that group of gamers is then always like we do essentially all our Duriel tries together that we currently have. We do that once per day, essentially because I only have Duriel mounts once per day. Surprise. So we always invite per day one group of gamers, and then we kill Duriel a couple of times. It's like we're not gifting anything away, so no one here doesn't have Duriel themselves. They all get one, bring one. Okay? Get one, bring one. Which build do you find the most reliable? If you are an older gamer that needs to take a hit every now and then, I would look for the Tempest Storm build. The Litless Storm, essentially. Because that's just walking through the dungeon and being unhittable. And at the same time, having like so much barrier that you never die. And it doesn't require many tricks. Like with this build, you got to go for Blood Wave. Then you got to dash through. Then you get a Blood Mist in time. You're going to throw out your Blights. Then you get a Corpse Tendrils whenever you get the chance. And like, pop, 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 right? So where the Tempest Storm build is literally just activate Bone Storm. Dash. 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 Dash, and then you just keep dashing through everything, you know? What class should I play next? As of now, I just got my Druid Hunter. I mean, Necro. I'm the Necro man, brother. You play Necro right now and you forget about your Druid ever. And you don't come back. That's fine. Got my mats. Important is power level versus the affixes on them. So you do not want like if your chest is 845, the affixes are max. Okay? As soon as an item is over 832, the affixes are max. They can't go higher. But the base armor of the item can go higher. Okay? So that means that you can potentially deal more damage. You get more armor if the item is 925, and if your item has percentage multiplicative armor on it, like total armor percentage, right? You want 925 items. But the total armor percentage is always going to be 29.2. It's never going to be higher than that on a 925 item. Okay? So that is something to just keep in mind when it comes down to that. But yeah, that's the only thing you essentially need to think about. When it comes down to weapons, you want 925 because 925 is maximum damage. Okay? But weapons unquestionable. Like there's obviously the higher the item power, the better it is. Like, why would it be else, right? Like, I mean, having the biggest bonking stick in the room is having the biggest bonking stick in the room. Unquestionable. What tier do you think Blood Surge with a Summon's Arm? I did see a video. Well, so Blood Surge is, with minions, needs you to have perfect items in the end game. And that's a problem because getting perfect items is not really easy. The normal Blood Surge is better than Blood Surge with minions. So Blood Surge with X-Files is just insane. The Blood Surge Litless is just insane. So Blood Surge with minions, I had to give up on that project unless I make Blood Surge with minions also work with Litless Wall again, which could be possible. But then it's going to be a Litless Wall Blood Surge build that has in the afterthought also playing minions, kinda. But that's how it could work. But the build would simply just work for working, but it wouldn't just work because it's good, you know? So we would just get it done to get it done. Not because it makes so much sense to do it that way. Damage over time, core skill damage, overpower damage. Oh goodness, there's so many weird things mixed together that doesn't work at all. Intelligence, vulnerable, ultimate, damage to close. All stats, critical. And I'm still looking for a new... That's T-Bolts 34. That's T-Bolts 20. That's a flicker step on 3.2. Shit, I need a flicker step on max roll. Ranks to field by death. Ranks to all core skills. Ultimate skill damage. Huh, almost good. If it wasn't bad. Okay, I think we have one more, if I'm not mistaken. One more? How are things? Started Necro this morning because of your fantastic builds that you're dropping. Welcome. Necro's Law of Welcome to the Church of the Necromancer. This is your senior global pastor speaking. Life is death and death is life. You know how it is?
I need time to do that.
Good. Let's go. One more, guys. This is going to be in. Was Necro already preseason? Yeah, I mean, preseason was fun, but the amount of things they added to elevate Necro is just beyond amazing, essentially. Beyond amazing. By the way, Chan, are videos of killing Uber Lilith boring at this point? Because I kind of find it funny that we killed Uber Lilith with this build. So I feel like I want to do a video of just killing Uber Lilith with this build and kind of explaining like maybe the intricacies again of killing Uber Lilith. I'm just never sure if these videos are still fun to watch, if people are still watching these videos, because obviously like killing Uber Lilith is not the greatest complicated thing anymore, but it's still like fun to find builds every now and then that like just do it. It's the best Necro build right now. I mean, technically, when it comes down to pure damage, it's still Bone Spear. When it comes down to clearing dungeons, I would say it's Infinimus / Tempest Storm, just due to the way how well these work currently out. I mean, again, there is like each respective Necro build for what they're doing best. You know, might it be dungeon clearing, might it be bossing. Yeah, I mean, Bloodlines is fantastic to kill Uber Lilith, as is Bone Spear, so Bloodlines and Bone Spear equally strong at killing Uber Lilith. You truly don't like the blood skills? Do you truly not like the blood skills, or have you just not experienced the right blood build yet? Because there is so absolute incredible blood builds out there. You were thinking about adding Inspiring Leader. I just didn't have the chance to add Inspiring Leader to most of my builds, but Inspiring Leader is truly worth it. You know, if you can, you know. Minions with curse is not using anyone because they're not worth it.
Goodbye.
As much as I want the thank you lads, as much as I want to use the minions curse pens to have something useful, they just simply don't work as well as you would like them to be. Especially not like the problem is that T-bolts will so much better. So in a blood build, you essentially have to choose between getting on a dash 50 resource or getting just overall 70% bonus damage. And often it's to be said that these 40% bonus damage on dash is better. I mean, the Blood Moon Breaches are very good for killing Uber Lilith. They are very good for killing Uber Lilith. If you're just interested in clearing that girl out, they are fantastic. Temerity, any good for endgame? You can play it in a Blood Surge build, but same problem with the Blood Surge build on Temerity as with the Blood Moon Breaches. T-Bolt's Will is just better. Right? I mean, like, you could heal to get Barrier, but you could also use Bone Storm to get Barrier. And that's where Temerity is just simply not needed. Because Bone Storm also continuously replenishes by just existing, by dealing damage. Whereas Temerity actually needs to heal you. So if you're not healing, then you're not replenishing. Then you're not getting Barrier. Whereas the damage will just always be done, no matter if you're stunned or not, if you're like currently doing damage or not, you know? So, yeah, it's like, it's where we look at it. The thing of changing of all my blood builds to Shadow, is Shadow a viable option? There's a lot of dot buffs this season, and Shadow's basically all dot. Sir, we just killed Uber Lilith. We are gonna do a tier 100 dungeon, so if you are not sure about Shadow yet, Demetrius, you're not sure about Shadow yet, I mean, you can go back in the vault and see us just absolutely demolish Uber Lilith, but we'll essentially just show you a tier 100 dungeon now, okay? This is for you. This is an exclusive tier 100 dungeon demonstration. Yes, ja bitte. Wie ihr seid das, dann kommt mal rein. Dürft ihr denn hier sein? Dann kommt mal rein. Die Tür ist nicht verschlossen. Ihr seid nicht stark genug. Was habt ihr? Ah. Oh. Wir brauchen noch ein Stück. Auch noch ein. Ich gehe auch heute Nacht. Was mit euch nach oben? Und ich komme. My tiny humans. That was Arya and Ella. Good. We wanted to do... Well, Lubin's Rest. What could possibly go wrong? I'll give you 1,000 armor. Armor is the only thing I have a hard time getting up to. If you have a hard time getting it up. Might be an age thingy. But alternatively, you might not have total armor percentage enough. My amulet, 22.5% total armor percentage. If it was 29%, I would actually be at 11,000 armor. Because that 7% more is a lot. And my amulet also has 26.2%. If that was 29%, I would have had even more. Now I could have this total armor percentage on helmet or pants. Okay, Dahlia? Both like, this is what you want, total armor percentage. And if you can't get this, Disobedience. Disobedience gives you 66% bonus armor. So yeah. Okay, now to, is Shadow good against tier 100 dungeons? This is me just doing one blood wave. Me just doing one blood wave. This is me just doing one blood mist. Another blood wave. Oh, let me just throw that on you. Ah! I have to stop running into the death of everyone. This is why I usually try to avoid death pools like the plague, because I have an unhealthy habit of just running into it. But yeah, you notice how simplistic that is for a tier 100 dungeon. I wish the blood wave would kind of like exponentially grow. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it goes like in 3 equally sized waves out, but as like the further it travels, the bigger it should just get. When I'm a simple man, I just want a lot, you know. Just want my blood wave to just continuously get bigger. Let me have it, chat. Let me have this. Migu, you're a sub now. Well, Litterfriend, thank you very much for the sub gifting. It's very appreciated. Also, I think did I miss anything? I feel like I missed something. I'm stuck. Like I missed something. And the last blood wave. So many blood waves throughout this dungeon already. Everyone dead. Oh, there's him. He wants to kill us. We just go in here. He can't kill us. He gets his friends. His friends also die. Oh, no. I knew that would happen. Flying Brand, thank you very much for your subscription as well. Litterfriend, thank you for gifting Migu a subscription. And hi, I'm Gogo also. See, Litterfriend, I told you I missed something. I missed the double sub. Beautiful. So now let's open up the doorway. The only thing that killed us was our greed, chat. Our greed get the best of us. Boop. Look at the most beautiful skill in the game. Nothing more beautiful available. Just clearing everything. Hello, dear Sentinel statue. Good night, dear Sentinel statue. Get pooped on. Now what, I'm going to turn left here because I always turn the other way. And it turns out that I then have to backtrack in the dungeon. I never wish to backtrack in a dungeon. No, I mean, who wants to do that? What's up? And out we go. That's what the... Oh, no! Leave me alone. I want a mission to just zoom. Oh, yeah, double stupid corpse bow. I will destroy you. I will eat you alive. Ah, the corpse bow thought it had me, but it didn't. Oh, I might die. I might die. I might die. And then, and zoom. Oh, you know what? Kill them all. What's the hassle? What's the holdup? Boop. Twitch seems to be 1, 2, 3 seconds ahead. No, the streams are more or less simultaneously. If there's like, so 1, 2, 3 seconds is down to you. Whenever you join a stream, you might just be a few seconds ahead or a few seconds behind. That's just like the way how it works. Like that's not down to Twitch or YouTube. It's just grinds, you know. You could start the stream X times over again and you would always have like a slight different time to the encoder. Just what it is. Okay, Corporal Abyssal. Ah, yeah, we were leveling Abyssal. I'm sorry, Chad. Almost forget to get Abyssal up. So the new PC is not smooth at stream. The PC is super smooth. I'm not sure where you're feeling it looks like it's not smooth. I mean, it's buttery, stutter free. You might get like a different picture every now and then due to the capture card, but that is because the capture card is transmitting data at a weird rate, which is lower than it should be. So it might be that sometimes you feel like it's not perfection. But yeah, it's butter. Absolute. We do have to change the mainboard though, potentially, because the mainboard has a weird issue where it caps the PCI lanes. If you know nothing about PCs, this doesn't tell you anything, right? But it caps the PCI lanes, and it shouldn't, but it does, and that actually makes the PC underperform on a PCI basis, okay? You try PvP with Necro this season. I had my absolutely undying Bonestorm Necro in PvP. Accidentally, I got attacked by 3 people, and I activated Bonestorm and everyone died. You know? When it was a Sorg, it was a Barb. They tried to kill me. It was like they couldn't because I'm just too efficient at not dying. I mean, I'm a Necker. If I can do one thing, it's just simply not die, right? And I had a billion armor, and they just died because they didn't have a billion armor. So it was kind of funny, you know. But I would generally not play Necro in PvP because Necro is like the weakest class to ever consider in PvP. Ow. See, this is where 10,000 armor gets you killed every now and then. Because it's not 13,000. It's like 13,000 as soon as you do this, right? Now you're at the armor cap, and that hit would never kill you. But until you're at that armor cap, or until you at least have a little bit build up, you're not at the armor cap yet, right? So I was testing Overpowered Blood Wave with Triple Wave. Oh, it works very well, Overpowered Blood Wave. I've done builds with that. It's super nice. But mixing it with Shadow is kind of like, how to put that now? Mixing it with Shadow is kind of like technically making it inefficient or less efficient than it could be. So yeah, it works. It works. But I think you're like, you know, it's like mixing the two concepts makes it just not as efficient as it potentially could be. But I'm not saying it's bad, you know? I was toiling, tinkering with the idea in my head for a while to mix Shadow and Blood for exactly the purpose you were going for. To then have the overpower go away. Especially with a Ring of Sacrilegious Souls, it can work. I think I will revisit that concept further down the line when I'm done with my current projects, you know, when I'm done with the current builds I have in my mind. I think a shadow blood mix is something I truly want to also give another go, because with automatic corpse explosion, I don't know what actually hit me there right now. So with automatic corpse explosions, it might be a thing. It's barrier breakers, cold resist, and attack speed. No, I'm not sure what killed me. So yeah, that's what we're definitely gonna do. I mean, we have another bone spirit build, which I want to do. I still want the Ring of Starless Skies so I can build machine gun Buttlands. There's the pure minion build we have to do first, right? Minion build. Can I join to enhance my level? I'm level 75. No, sorry, mate. I mean, first, I don't know you, and second, no. I mean, leveling is so easy right now, my friend. You literally just have to exist, and you get level 100 for free. You're not getting level 100 faster if I'm doing tier 100 dungeons for you. The only thing that happens is that I'm having less fun doing tier 100 dungeons because you're gonna make it more annoying to play through. Now, tier 100 dungeons are already, depending on what build you play, not difficult, just like annoying at times because of the random one-shot damages you can take. And if you take someone on board, especially with a build that's not made primarily for defense, you still have the damage to do it. You just die to more one-hit random shit. You know? Just gets less fun. If we're playing for one metric, it's fun per minute, right?
I need more time.
Fun per minute, my favorite metric in gaming. Oh, you all just get so absolutely destroyed. You poor souls. So he's fire enchanted and I don't want to face him. So what you're going to do is you're going to send the blood wave in. And then you're going to ignore that he exists. We'll have to circle back to that anyways. Well, this one is going to be annoying because he's standing under a suppression umbrella. But that's what you have blood wave for. To essentially just walk under that suppression umbrella and then you blood wave. And smack him against the wall. Final unit. Well, this one is going to be an annoying one because there is lightning enchanted, vampiric, blah, whatever. So let's just kill all of you with one wave. Fantastic. We're picking up the last three. 1, 2, 3. And what's the boss in this dungeon? Demetrius, thank you for the $2 donation. I do appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. I mean, I would have asked you a question also without money, you know? I'm just happy, like, talking about the game. What does your blood wave look like? Sewage water? Because we're playing the Poop Mancer. But you're absolutely right. So this Necromancer turns the blood wave into a wave of poop. And as you can see, this wave of poop, though, absolutely chunks. I mean, like, it's chunks, like, just, like, look at the, yeah. I mean, you just cast it at your opponent, and he goes like, ooh, 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 ooh. Not cool. Did you just get pooped on? Tempest Bone Spear. Tempest Bone Spear is fun, definitely. Very boring to play, though. The Gargarthan Demon from Dogma. I never played. Oh, you mean Dogma the movie, right? Was Dogma the movie? Was I never played? Wait a second. Wasn't Dogma the movie? The movie. Yeah, I was like, wait a second. I never played Dogma. Then it's like, wait a second. I remember a movie called Dogma from ancient times ago. From ancient times ago. It's been a while. Shit demon. Dogma's a great movie. Yeah, but it's like, how old is Dogma at this point? Wait, now we're talking about movies you might not know, chat. Wait a second. Dogma movie. It was with Kevin Smith, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Jason Mewes. Also, Rickman played in there too. The movie. It's called Dogma. With Jay and Silent Bob. You know? Anyone remember? When was it? 1999? Really? 10 million budget? It was way better than 10 million budget. Jesus, we're old. If you remember Dogma, you're officially old. But if it's 1999, I was 10 when it got out. Why do I know the movie? I mean, it ran up and down in Germany. To be honest, like back in the days, movies that came out in America in 1999, it would probably be like 3 to 4 years later in Germany. Yeah, I know. Took quite a while every single time. I've been old for years. I'm officially old. I graduated high school already. I feel that. Yeah, I was 10. So, but I think I wished it like when I was 12 or 13, probably. Yeah, the Bloodlands build is definitely better for bosses than the Minion Blood Surge build. I mean, the Minion Blood Surge build faults not off past 40s. It's just like the Minion Blood Surge build has the problem that you just need perfect gear. So with the Bloodlands build, even if you have suboptimal gear on the Bloodlands build, it will still work. Whereas with the Minion build, you truly need to like keep having good gear, or it's just not going to be fun. It's like the biggest problem with Minion builds is right now that the whole concept of minions needs to be revisited. I don't want to say anything bad about the Blizzard class design developers, or class designers, but the goddamn everything about minions and Necro, everything about minions needs to be revisited and potentially redone. Not only the way how they scale, you know, because okay, this is minion poison damage is so annoying. So the way how minions scale is weird. The way how the damage minions take, because the resistances still don't work correctly. The whole UI tooltips for minions. The way minion damage actually scales with your respective abilities or it does not. You know, like Ring of Mendon. The way Golem works, the way Callan's Edict works, that's the minion key passive, which is completely useless and you all know it. So yeah, like literally everything about minions, every single step about minions needs to be reworked and rethought. That's horrible. How could you fail like a complete class concept? Like technically the one thing that makes Necro. Like it's not like you messed up the damage path. It's not like you messed up the poison path. You literally messed up the one pass that makes Necro.
I need more time.
Poison damage is so bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, I just noticed one thing. We beat Uber Lilith, but we forgot to take bonus damage. We have to go back into Uber Lilith again. We made a doo-doo-chan. You want to know what the doo-doo is? So I forgot to take the plus 15% multiplicative shadow damage that you could be taking. Because I had still my resistances maxed out. Yeah, okay, sir. You were just hitting in the other direction to then 360 turn around to like hit me as I walk past you. Season 0 Summoner was so bad. Wasn't actually. Season 0 Summoner was fantastic. I mean, compared to Bone Spear, it was bad. But if you had the Summoner together with Ring of Mendon, it was fantastic. So yeah, like to sum it back up, Minions truly needs to be like from the base on out completely reimagined. I mean, there's so much, right? And what I would vote for currently is what I'm missing with minions is that my attacks actually empower minions. So what I would like to have is that Callan's Edict. That's the key passive for minions that currently gives you a little bit of attack speed bonus, and otherwise it's completely useless. That Callan's Edict, which is terrible, would kind of allow my damage to empower my minions. Which means that whenever I do damage X, my minions would get a percentage Z from that to just do more damage. So that though the damage of my minions would keep multiplicatively rising with the more damage I do. So that my damage actually gets converted into minion damage, kind of. But I don't want to, like, when I play a minion necro, right? I don't actually want to do damage. I want my abilities to empower my minions. So when I start throwing out blights, you know, like multiplicatively increase the damage of my minions, cool. When I throw out corpse explosions, they should also do something than just what standard corpse explosions would do, right? Because I want to just empower my minions. Again, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do the damage myself. And this is kind of like where the whole concept failed in my eyes, because like I don't want to be the damage source and my minions the damage source, right? My minions should be the damage source when I play minions, and they should actually tank. You know, remember when minions actually tanked? Also, how long is his arm, by the way? So when minions would actually, you know, block damage, when minions would stand in the way of enemies and the enemies wouldn't just walk past your minions. Yeah, I remember that, Chad. I remember that. Good times, good times. You know, when I could send my lads out to do something and not have every single opponent just walk past my minions and then I die because they just completely ignore that my minions exist. Oh, two-handed scythe. Come on, be a high roll, Chan. I'm still looking for a 925 high roll for this. Oh, also, why am I getting you?
I'm not ready.
Thank you. They're just so useless. Yep, it's just that the whole concept just doesn't feel powerful. Right now, when you're making minions work, you're literally breaking your back to make them work. You're not making minions work by nature. You're not like, you know, let's put on these aspects and everything feels strong. No, it's kind of like, oh, like, how do I turn and twist and maybe if I like. That's how you're doing minions right now, and that's not an option. Like you're literally playing something to have it feel awful. I just don't want to play Lightning Storm, you know? Why is Lightning Storm just like the worst in existence? Can I play Conclave? No, Conclave is also terrible. Nah, Conclave is terrible. No, I don't want to do that one. Grinning Labs. Yeah, let's do Grinning Labs. Also terrible, but doable. It's just, I think my biggest upset is that literally minions don't taunt. Even the taunt minions don't taunt. Right? Like they don't actually stop the enemy from approaching you. Right? You could have 20 minions right in front of you here, and the enemy would still decide to attack you. And sorry, that ain't it. Hello, demonic corruption. How are you doing? Not very well. I am so sorry. What happened? Did someone just poop on your... someone just poop on your building? It was I. I pooped on your building.
I need more time.
I mean, I'm a big lover of pet builds too. Like I'm probably the biggest defender of minions in existence because I wanted to make minions work, right? I've been since season 1 tirelessly making minion builds, and I still want to make them, and I made a couple of them this season. I mean, again, my most successful video is a Blood Surge summoner. So a build using minions with Blood Surge, and it is so much fun to play still. I love it. But it's sadly not as good as it could be if things would be working the way they should be working. But it's literally not that minion is bad. It's just also that nothing is working the way it should be. You know, you get the minion resistances, and something again is broken. There are no true minion builds. Well, the problem is that true minion builds just simply don't exist in Diablo. I know people like to say this is not a true minion build, it's just a shadow build. That's a minion build. The reality is that there are no true minion builds in Diablo 4. This is not Diablo 2. This is not Path of Exile. This is Diablo. There's no true minion build. So whatever minion build you get, it's a true minion build. And you'll just have to deal with that. I know a lot of people struggle with that to accept the reality of this is essentially what we have and nothing will ever change, you know, because the developers didn't think far enough or are too unimaginative, sadly. Look at me, how I don't die when I finally pay attention. No, I wanted to play one dungeon good. Where I actually do pay a little bit of attention and you know, try my best to not die all the... Oh, I want that. To not die all the time. Because I'm careless. Oh, did I say careless? Help, I bag you. And poop. Waves of poop, Chan. Waves of poop. On we go. I think adding the spell from D3 Command Skeleton. I mean, Command Skeleton would be great, but it wouldn't change the initial problem. And that is, again, if no one actually thinks minions exist. So if every minion just walks past minions, if every enemy just completely like jumps past your guys and attacks you, what does a command pad build use you, right? Because the biggest problem is that you sacrifice your own survivability to make minions work. This is what you do. You get weaker defense, you get weaker defensive and offensive aspects to make minions work. You make yourself weaker. Correct? Philip, bonjour. And my problem is if you make yourself weaker for your minions to be there, then your minions should make you stronger. Correct? Your minions should make up for the weakness that you're putting on yourself. But what if your minions are not doing that? What if your minions are making you weaker and that's about it? Then you're not getting stronger anymore from that point. That's kind of shitty, huh? What's the easiest build to switch to after playing the non-middle minion build? This build, Kaz, or Infinimist? Infinimist is extremely simple to swap to. So now, Book of the Dead, Skeletal Warriors, bonus shadow damage, guys. And we'll have to kill Mommy again. So I made the mistake of killing her without that even activated so we can kill her even faster. You know, like, so imagine all the damage we have been dealing. The 5 millions, the 6 million damage, the 3 million, the 4 million. And we can get another 15% damage on that. I mean, now, let's be fair. 15% on 5 million is only a couple of damage points. But to have or not to have, right? Building is in the description of this build, of this YouTube video. Always try to put the build links here in the description so you straight have them looking forward to, and obviously to have like full YouTube videos going on and everything. So yeah, and there we go. Isn't that 50k? 5%? 15, not 5, 15. 5 would be nothing. Okay, let's drink our... Do we have another luck potion? Lucky hit chance potion. You're drinking lucky hit chance potion to higher the lucky hit chance for Ixfeld's corroded signet. Because we're essentially going up to 57% here and 28% there. Okay, now let's go. 15% more damage versus Mommy. Mama drama. Oh, she's already tanking down. I sent my poop wave out a little bit too early, Chan. It should be okay, though. I should be able to do... Oh, I accidentally pressed poop wave. Nice, you mean to. She's gonna die when she comes out of that. Yep. Okay, let's get the cooldown lower. So we figured out a strategy how to kill her. Need that to summon. We go for 1, 2, 3. No, not fast enough. Well, like, what do I mean with not fast enough? Like, usually the plan is to skip fire phase. My first fire phase is easier. Like, once you figured out how it works, like, you get there. It's like we're trying to like skip the fire phase completely, and we get it done one time so far. But we do good, you know. So the 15% bonus damage essentially makes it just a little bit faster to the fast we already have. But we just need to find a way to... I guess we don't actually need to find a way to make it secure in that phase. It's just what it is, right? Look at the killing speed, by the way. I could now summon the blood wave, but... Oh, I accidentally summoned the blood wave. Shit, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. No, this is bad. Should have done this. Takes happened. See how much damage we can deal? Oh god, I hate the fireball. That's why we're trying to skip them, chat. That's why we're trying to skip them. So we already killed Lilith one time with this build by skipping that phase because I'm just too lazy to run after them. But I like how much more damage we're doing. It's the best Necro build for bad players. Bone Spear. It's the most simple to play. You don't have to think about any synergies. You just press Bone Spear and go. I mean, it's just really simply that. And dead again. Doo-doo-doo, dead again, Mommy Lilith. We're mean, chat. Now we get it like done one time so far. I survived. Something I shouldn't have. I would like to have my cooldown back. Thank you very much. Well, that fire's bugging. That fire shouldn't keep firing right now. That's bullshit. That was robbery. That was robbery. That fire should have not kept firing after that because she usually gets staggered there. Okay, yeah, we get a perfect try earlier. I have that on video. That's a nice thing. But I just try to replicate like really that perfect try, right? Maybe it could be easier with critical strike to just do a little bit more critical strike damage. I mean, so and so. It's just what it is. We're fantastic, right? So tomorrow we're probably gonna go for a minion build, chat. That's at least the plan. If I'm already going to reskill tomorrow, I got to think about that because I might play this for 2 more days because I need more. I don't want to reskill yet before I've made the actual video of talking about this, but I might just record the content I need to. Yeah, we would like potentially we'd do a minion build tomorrow, but I would say we're done for today. Thank you for coming and watching. It's Sunday. My children need me. My wife needs me so she doesn't go crazy. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Twitch, Twitter, everyone. Truly appreciate it. Hope to see you all tomorrow again on Monday. Until then, have a great, good evening, time, everything. Don't forget to check out the YouTube for more, the mobilytics for all the builds. And if you have questions, well, there's the comment section. I try to answer as much as possible. Therefore,